Before the video begins, I cannot stress enough that you guys need to go watch this movie and support it. Give it your time, give it your money. I need more movies like this because this movie is amazing. If this movie flops, I will never forgive any of you.
For the longest time, we've seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles evolve from a popular comic book to a major icon on the big and small screens. They have remained fairly popular over the years, despite them appearing in admittedly less than decent theatrical movies. Aside from a handful of cartoons and TV shows, it's mostly the specials or small releases that seem to get any sort of attention. As a result of this, I'd say the Ninja Turtles' popularity, while understandable, is kind of ridiculous considering how their track record isn't super hot. But with that said, how in the hell is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem this good? Like, seriously, this is easily the second best animated film this year after Spider-Verse. Sorry, Nimona, you got dethroned, but that's okay, you're still in the top 3. At least until the next animated film comes out, I don't know. But yeah, Ninja Turtles is a masterpiece and easily one of the best animated movies I have ever seen. The animation is fantastic. The action is insane. The characters are amazing. The jokes are mostly funny. Everything in this movie is great on so many levels. The best characters in this movie are the turtles themselves. They're so charming and lovable every time they're in the spotlight. I really got invested in their conflict of wanting to be accepted by everyone, which is kind of familiar, but it makes sense since these guys have been living underground their entire lives. With the exception of a few humans like April and Casey, who isn't even in this movie at all, they've never been accepted by the entire world for the obvious reason being they're giant mutant turtles. I won't spoil how it's solved, but the ending they get is really funny and wholesome. On top of that, they actually sound like teenagers this time. Usually in the past, they sound like grown adults, and you never really get the sense that they are teenagers. This movie fixed just that, which is due in part to the voice actors who bring so much charm, humor, and heart to them. In general, the casting is great. Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, John Cena, Seth Rogen, Paul Rudd, Maya Rudolph, etc. did a great job with bringing their characters to life. Even if some of them don't have that much screen time, they're still there and having fun. Speaking of fun, holy crap, the action is so friggin' insane. How do they do this? This legit stands toe-to-toe with the Spider-Verse movies as well as Puss in Boots 2 in terms of having the best visual style an animated movie can have. The aesthetic and colors bring so much life to the different set pieces whenever it's time for an action scene. I was never not glued to my seat when a new one took place, especially during the final battle, which is easily the best scene in the entire film. It also manages to be consistently funny. Most of the humor is found with the turtles, like I said, but the rest of the movie is really fun too. A lot of the pop culture references they throw at you make sense because not only do they live in New York with references galore, but the movie really makes it feel like it takes place in the real modern world. Like, yeah, other Ninja Turtle movies took place in the modern day. I'm just saying that compared to those movies, this one really feels hip and modern. Like, they use iPhones. There's a Times Square where people are dressed in cartoon character costumes. They have Adidas hoodies. They make references to other movies, cartoons, music groups, and actors like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Avengers Endgame, Family Guy, SpongeBob SquarePants, Attack on Titan, Beyonce, BTS, Mr. Beast, Shrek, and the Three Chris's. Speaking of music, they sure do listen to a lot of nostalgic hip-hop music. There's even a bunch of non-pop culture references to some other older TMNT related things, like their old comic book style, Go Ninja Go, Baxter Stockman, and Superfly, etc. Also, this isn't a pop culture joke, but I like how this movie's iteration of Master Splinter is not Hamato Yoshi this time, but instead it's just a random rat that met the turtles, raised them, and taught them martial arts not from his own experiences, but through TV. I'm sorry, that's just really hilarious to me. So yeah, a lot of the jokes, while admittedly cheesy, are still very funny and manage to not be jammed down your throat, unlike some other movies I know of. Honestly, I have very little to complain about with this movie. Everything turned out great in the end. I was never not having a good time. I can't stop thinking about it. It's funny, it's heartfelt, it's yet another modern animation classic. I'm giving it a rare solid 10 out of 10 score. I'm sure there are some problems here and there that some other critics will notice and pick apart, but honestly, I don't even care. Please check it out because it is absolutely worth your time. Oh yeah, and the ending had me and my family like this.